Hello, everyone. I made some notes about this show. I'm gonna have a little rant here on camera because this has not been my favorite post in game anything. I enjoyed WandaVision. I met it halfway. It got weird at the end. People seem to like it. This one, though, I had more hope in this. It may get better, but so far. And also, if it wasn't for the episode from today, if you haven't seen it, spoilers are coming, I'd be writing this show off, but it picks up. Let's go over each episode. I'm just gonna talk. So episode 1, we had a nice fight scene with Mr. Falcon here. Right? This guy, awesome, chasing down helicopters and stuff with a UFC fighter making a cameo. So that was cool. And then it just slowed down from there. We get small glimpses of the bad guys that are coming up, but then just that's it. And then what I would rather see out of the two boring things that happen is Bucky recovering from being the Winter Soldier. What we get is a little bit of that. He befriends the father of a guy that he knew he killed, but he didn't tell him. He hasn't told him yet. And otherwise, he just lives in this apartment by himself with no furniture and dealing with a therapist. And then with Sam is dealing with financial problems with his family, for his family, I should say. He blipped away, got snapped away, and came back, and his sister and his nephews need help financially. There's this weird part about, like, I can help, I'm an Avenger. Well, you didn't get paid as an Avenger. And you know what? I guess he was one of the three that kind of left after Civil War's Cap, Black Widow, and he. But they're just like, well, you don't have any money. I'm just like, what show am I watching? Who cares? You remember in Avengers when you're like, man, I wonder how these guys make their salary. How does Bruce Banner get how's Bruce Banner's retirement fund? I don't, nor do I care. They spend a good chunk of time on that. All right. Let's see. Also, the bad guys, they want to force the world to help the people that got forgotten after the snap. Episode 2, we get a peek. Oh, also, we get this goofy looking, not Captain America, this Captain America filler. I thought he was just going to be, what do you call it? Marketing, but they actually have him out in the field fighting. Episode 2, we get a peek into this new Cap's head about how he, and this makes sense, he considers it such a burden to try to keep up in the image of the Steve Rogers. I thought it was good because it leads into today's episode. Anyway, there's more fighting with the red. I don't know the names of these people. Norm, I'm gonna Google it. Google it yourself. The red hand people. I guess I could. Nope, not gonna Google it. Gonna do a fast video. Anyway, the bad guys. There's more fighting. Bucky is mad at Sam, by the way, for giving up the shield. We remember Cap gave it to him, but then he left it in a museum. Oh, sorry, that was in episode 1. Let's see. They also meet a former super soldier that Sam didn't know about, but Bucky did, and it was like after Captain America got trapped under ice. Let's see. Also, we see that John Walker is the name of the new Captain America. He keeps wanting to do things by the book, I guess whatever the government wants him to do. And kind of loses his temper a couple times, something Steve Rogers would not do. Anyway, Bucky and Sam realize they need more help, so they actually bust out Zemo. I guess that makes sense. I guess it's another character from the movies that they can develop in the TV shows. Whatever. They break him out of jail. They go to some foreign place. They meet Sharon. Zemo does a dance for a second. Now that's a meme. They find a doctor in a lab. He has more serum. Zero kills him because he didn't want any more super soldiers, and he was saying that that was his life's mission, to get rid of the super soldiers. This was the most boring episode for me. I don't care what action you put out there. I'm not invested in what is happening. Which is funny. Well, I mean, there's so many things happening. I mean, Bucky's great, Sam is great, but they're just, up to this point, they're just blocks of wood. There are moments where they're funny with each other, like they're sitting in front of a therapist and they get really like leg locked, close, staring at each other. There's a hilarious recurring joke where things are only aliens, wizards, and something else, but Sam tries to bring up a Lord of the Rings reference, and Bucky's like, yeah, I read the original in the 30s. That's my line right there. My kind of funny line right there. I kind of wish there was more of that, but it's a lot of slow build-up. Anyway. Let's see. Zemo kills the guy. They meet Sharon, blah, blah, blah. And then Bucky realizes he's getting tracked by Wakanda people. Very boring, like I said. Alright, today's episode, a little bit better. We get a flashback of Bucky's therapy in Wakanda jungle. The bad girl wants to make more super soldiers. She actually goes to a grave site and gets more. That's where some serum is stored. Sam wants to negotiate with her, which is it's getting kind of, I don't know. I mean, that's fine, but this is the leader, bad girl. She kills people, and I guess you can negotiate your way out of it, but anyway, he goes to negotiate. John Walker gets impatient, tries to fight. Obviously, they lose her. Wakanda people confront Bucky. John Walker cannot hold his own. Gets embarrassed. And then when they are tracking down the bad girl again, John Walker takes some serum. He takes a vial. And he brings up to his friend, like, man, if only we had this, we could have saved so many people. Off camera, and I wish they had saved this for another episode, spoilers. Off camera, he takes it and starts being able to go toe to toe. I mean, Sam has his wings, Bucky has the serum and his metal. You have a metal arm? His metal left hand. And John Walker is holding his own. But he loses his temper and kills a bad guy on the street in front of everybody. Which, I'm a normie by trade. I know of the characters, not a comic reader. Sorry to anyone that is, but I guess he's supposed to become the U.S. agent at some point, and maybe there's some story arc where he turns evil, which this is turning out to be more interesting. Because I'm wondering, like, which one of these two guys would take up the mantle of Captain America. We thought it was going to be him. I thought it should have been him, and he thinks that if Cap gave it to him, he should take it on. And we've seen in the trailers they're throwing around the shield. Who knows what'll happen? But I'm glad they took goofy Cap America, John Walker, and are inching towards making him some sort of bad guy, U.S. agent. I hate to say that when he actually killed the guy, I was like, okay, finally, we're getting somewhere. We knew that this shouldn't have happened, and now the world will know there's only one Steve Rogers. You can't be throwing around the old guy from Up into a Captain America suit. Do we get those memes? Do you get it? So, this episode brought me back a little bit. I don't know what it was about WandaVision that kept me more intrigued than what is happening now. But we shall see. Halfway through, I think. I think there's 8 episodes in all these. Loki trailer looks great. I don't. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't think that one can do any harm. But we shall see. Anyway, that's my rant. Want to get that out of the way because this was our. We waited so long for some MCU. We got WandaVision. Started off slow. I didn't mind the slowness. Turned out great. Then we got this as next up, and it is for the dealing with the Captain America helm. It was so slow. So, we'll see. Halfway through. Bye bye.